This is a special program I've planned over 5 years because I found the connection between China and the world with the Tang poetry. The fascination of culture is all about mixing. I think all the pieces have been performing for years and years, even without people realize, wow, it's from Chinese poetry. I mean, I didn't know. I just want to let that, to be noticed. So that's what I really want to do. Tang Dynasty means something completely different, something unique for us. And the Tang poetry is even more meaningful.
Tonight's concert is a celebration of Tang poetry, but through music.
I did a series called The Story of China with multiple episodes on the history of China, in which there were several sections about poetry, because poetry is really, really important to the Chinese people. Chinese value their poetry more than any other culture, I think. So, and actually, I did a film which was shown during the lockdown for the BBC called China's Greatest Poet, about Du Fu, who lived in the 8th century. And it had a wonderful response in China. It was shown in China, on terrestrial in China. Wonderful response.
A man who calls Ding Dunling, he originally from Shanxi province, and there's a French priest became his friend, and they decide to go back to Paris and work. So when they arrived, a couple months later, so his friend, the French priest, died, and Ding Dunling lost everything. So he met someone actually on the street, Théophile Gautier. He introduced his 2 daughters to learn Chinese with him. But only Judith Gautier had a big interest about Chinese language and literature. 1863, Gautier learned 3 years and published her first book, Le Livre de Jade, the Book of Jade. And this book became extremely popular in Europe. And the influence of the book actually was much, much bigger than what she expected.
With that, Chinese poetry arrived in Europe, and it came into the hands of European composers.
Chinese poetry, and the Tang Dynasty, it's the greatest era of Chinese poetry, only became known to the Western world from the 1860s onwards, effectively. And the moment translations started to appear, Western artists and musicians and writers all realized that there was this amazing tradition, this incredibly rich poetic tradition in China that we knew nothing about. And Western composers start composing songs based on these great poems. And so the concert, which is about 20 songs, I think, has composers who are from Austria, from France, from Russia, from Czechoslovakia, from all over Europe. And all of them are kind of dazzled by this extraordinary poetic tradition, which was only just coming to be known in the West.
Gustav Mahler is one of the greatest composers. His work, Das Lied von der Erde, the Song of Earth. We all know that it's based on the Tang poems. I think a great culture is for the whole world. We share great culture with each other. That's the beauty of human being.
I thought it was amazing, so beautiful, all the themes about spring and beautiful landscape and loneliness and yearning and lots of drinking as well. So I thought it was fantastic, and his voice is just so beautiful.